Thanks for coming here today. My name's Bill Schaefer. I'm with Minnesota Motorcycle Safety Center, and we're out here at Century College this morning to talk about motorcycle safety. The riding season's upon us. The weather's gorgeous. Lots of riders are out there, and there's a lot of hazards out there for riders, especially in the springtime. Some things we want riders to pay special attention to this spring. Right now we've got a lot of sand and gravel on the roads. Until we get those first few big rains to wash that off, that's a hazard, especially in the corners. Also watch out for icy spots. This morning on my way to work there were several spots where runoff from yesterday's warm weather had frozen last night, so pay special attention to icy spots out there, and especially look out for other drivers. Other motorists aren't used to seeing us on the roadways, and all of a sudden we're back on there. And it's a message for other motorists as well to take that special extra time and look twice for motorcyclists. A common problem that motorists have is the A-pillars in cars are very wide. They're hard to see around. So we encourage motorists not to just look twice, but to move their head and look around those A-pillars before pulling out from intersections. Those failure to yield crashes by other motorists continue to be the #1 cited crash factor in Minnesota. We also encourage riders to take training out there, and I'm going to ask Greg Pierce here, who coordinates training at Century College, to talk a little bit about our training courses and some of the skills riders will learn in those courses to be safer out here. Greg?
Good morning. Welcome to Century College. The Department of Public Safety offers classes through colleges. We have 30 locations throughout Minnesota, 10 of them in the metro area. We offer from the very basic courses up to the most advanced courses. As a rider starting out riding this spring, it's real important that you sharpen your skills. Whether you take a class or not, you need to pay close attention to your accident avoidance skills, which is swerving, stopping quickly, and cornering. You want to make sure that you practice those skills. You've been sitting on the couch all winter, now you're out for your first ride. You really need to focus on learning those skills again, becoming familiar with them. Sometimes going to a parking lot is a good thing just to practice those skills. Also, it's also important is to practice a mental strategy. Okay, an easy one to remember is C, S-E-E. Search means scan aggressively 12 seconds in front of you to recognize factors that could cause a crash. E means evaluate. Think about how what you see could affect you at your safety and cause a crash. And then E is execute. So if you see something that's not quite right out there, you'll have time to either swerve left, swerve right, speed up, or possibly slow down.
We also want to encourage riders out there to wear all their protective gear this year as well too. You've got your strategy out there that Greg talked about. If that fails, you need to have good skills. Greg touched on the training. You need those skills to miss that driver that pulled out in front of you. But if those skills fail you, all you've got left is your protective gear. So please wear full protective gear out there. We're going to do some riding demos now. We're going to have Eddie Carroll, Kurt Sandell, and Greg are going to ride some demos. Yeah, they're going to do some demos, but before we get started on those demos, we'll take any questions you have.
Yeah, I think that we'd love to do questions afterwards, not so much in this setting, but
Okay, let's proceed with the demos and then we'll do some questions. Yes.
fatalities, how often are they not wearing their helmets?
In Minnesota, and it varies year to year, but approximately 75% of the riders killed in fatal crashes are not wearing a helmet. And we know in Minnesota about half the riders wear helmets, most or all of the time, and about half don't. It's pretty 50-50.